Hello, Malone, welcome to a brand new series known as Indian Football Transfer Tuesdays with Neil. I'm sure you're all doing just fine, and with the ISL just around the corner, India's premier footballing competition, it's just safe to say that I had to cover this stuff. I absolutely had to cover this stuff. No two ways about it. Exciting season coming into prospect because the teams are building up quite well. Being an ardent Mohun Bagan fan, as you've all known, it feels sad to see East Bengal being run in such a way. I'll start the discussion with East Bengal that the technical details that would have been in the horizon is that there have been slogans that go back Neetu Sarkar about those in broad daylight, but still they refuse to budge. They had trouble with the sponsorship. Quest stepped away. Sri Cement is not someone who's willing to give up easily on the bargain, but the fact that they have wanted 70 odd crore as a release fee to get them released, and no sponsor is willing to pay that, especially with those people in the helm of the club. And because of that, with just 10 days left to register themselves, build a team, apply, and this, that, it's very difficult. It बहुत difficult है इतना कम समय में इतना कुछ करना. And the threat that the Indian Federation has given of football has given to East Bengal that they would be relegated to Division 1. So that's not ISL, that's not I League, it's the third division of Indian football. I mean, how low can a club get? Not because that they don't have top players, they have some smashing players. But the fact that all of their best players, including Bright, including Pilkington, have signed elsewhere abroad. And the future is not looking bright for East Bengal. If you're an East Bengal fan, trust me, I feel bad. Without East Bengal, there is no Mohun Bagan. No two ways about it. Without East Bengal, Mohun Bagan cannot exist. All of you guys might joke that Mohun Bagan does not exist, but I'll take the moral high ground and talk about the football aesthetics over here. Hero ISL is the premier competition as well, that they have started 4 foreigner rule, which would increase the Indian output. What we saw in the World Cup qualifiers, that we are outclassed by teams that we beat comfortably 10 years back. So in the 10-year time span, we have taken steps very backward, very backward. Okay, let's have a look at the comments. Durand FC ka propriety, what the fuck is East Bengal officials? I have no clue. News is that next week Mohun Bagan players will practice at our ground, coinciding with the opening of a new tent on Mohun Bagan Divas. So let's see. Kolkata football is dark. I don't think so. Mohammedan had changed their way. They are doing easily. They're doing well. Mohun Bagan and East Bengal are two big entities to be relegated. Absolutely. Without East Bengal, without Mohun Bagan, both of them cease to exist. Where is the rivalry? Why would where is the banter? Where is the pre-chai adda discussions that we all love to do in the evening? Whoever says Mohun Bagan is dead, they need to open their eyes. So they said that because we collaborated with ATK and all those things. People went up and to the lowest of levels and show 1 rupee coins, and it is biting them back in the back. So karma does exist. I don't need to say anything to prove to those fans, not the club. I have nothing against the club. Especially, I have various friends who are rivals. They don't disrespect my club like that. You are a fan, you can banter, but you cannot disrespect, man. Same goes to my fan base as well. It's equally mutual. Mohammedan having their own problems. How they treated Yan Law was pathetic. Having known Yan Law, you can say personally, probably personally, because of his connections with Minerva and my connections with Minerva, I think he is at a better place. He is definitely. I tried to bring Yan Law into my podcast, but he was so busy, and I'm happy for the man that he is busy. He's coaching in Bhutan and absolutely smashing it. And by far, the recommendations that he has from a very world-renowned source of entities, he is someone very top. Not much older than me, but very much someone need to be looked out for. Why East Bengal fans are not doing anything? They boast of having a huge fan base. Then where is the protest? Yes, he's now with Delhi FC, right? He went and came back. Let's see. A surprise awaits if we can bring him to the podcast. Keeps our fingers crossed. He agreed initially, and he was so busy, so busy. We'll keep that East Bengal discussion till here. Now I want to discuss the transfers that we want to talk about. Starting with ATK Mohun Bagan, they're building a hell of a team. from the inside sources that I have, guys, I'm hearing that Mohun Bagan want to build a team that competes in the top level, not just in Indian football, but with its Asian counterparts. The Asian Champions League, they want to go deep into the competition. They are very serious. Let's start off with Amrinder Singh. Mumbai to Mohun Bagan, already having Arindam, who was a very good performer last season, and they were not satisfied. They brought in Amrinder. Liston Kulaso, one of the highest top rated players in Indian football, one of the most exciting players, joins Mohun Bagan again. Ashutosh Mehta, what we see of Habas, is very tactical. The Spanish coach, what do you see? Another Asian maybe needed, only Williams, not enough. True, I think there are other, I've not got enough sources to tell me the striker signings probably, but we'll have that as we say. I won't speculate. That's the only thing I won't do. I won't speculate. I'll talk about done deals and deals that are supposed to be done, not just that. Mandzukic speculation was all BS. It's totally BS. Like I'm associated with a section of a Mohun Bagan fan base that has deep roots into the club, so I get news early. You can trust me on this. So when I said the Mandzukic news is made by people to sell papers, nobody believed me, and now they're believing in me. So Marcos Melgul Rao sir approved of that. He said that that person who started this rumor deserved a bloody award. Like, that was that rubbish. Coming back to the transfers, Ashutosh Mehta, as we say, you know, Simeone and Habas are of a similar structure. They want to play with a back three, especially. And that's where Ashutosh Mehta comes in. He said in the signing notice that he's so much tactical. He can play in various number of positions, and his flexibility with the game that's evolved a lot. It's not just pass, push and run, just cross and head. It's so much tactical. Indian footballers knowing about half spaces, knowing about deep lying playmakers, all those fancy stuff. Now we can actually see them. And when I analyze, first of all, I cannot analyze Indian football because of the lack of camera angles and the very bad. Like, I see advertising hoardings, then corner positions in the corner camera set, that it's so much run on football that. Okay, Apuya needs stated to become. Yes, Apuya, still some paperwork's to be sorted out. That's why I've not mentioned. Heard they're going an all out on Indian defense in the AFC Cup. Probably, it's a very good probability. Retention this year will be more on the players due to the new rules. Absolutely. I'll come with the new rules a bit. By the way, do hit the like button, folks, if you're new to the channel. Also hit the subscribe button, aiming for 2,000 subscribers very, very soon, and I think you can do that. Also, if you want to contribute to the channel, you know where to do so. If you want to do so, do tell me in the comments. Nightbot will bring you the chat, or if you want to support me, you can ask me for the numbers of my UPI payments on all that stuff. Anyways, not necessary, because I'm not unemployed anymore. I'm doing a job as a sports analyst at an American company, so that's that. So I'll be posting that in Facebook in due time. I complete my training and get the official contract, but don't have to worry about that. So let's talk about the transfer. Vidyanand Singh from Mumbai to Mohun Bagan. These all players have absolutely, even Deepak Tangri, we have not talked about Deepak Tangri, such a versatile player, such a good campaign that he had last term. Mohun Bagan are having positions flied up and build up to actually, like, ISL games around 3-4 days, between 3-4 days. So you need a big squad to get a tournament of that big stature completed in 3 or 4 months, especially in a bio bubble. You need players who are not mentally or physically tired. Subtle flex. Already sharing 6 WhatsApp groups, hope they will join. Notun job, definitely Notun naya job ka treat milega. Let me get that confirmed first. Let me get the first salary. It sucks, shitty pay. I know I earn 1/5. Little flex, I earn 1/5 of what I used to earn, but still, this is a new line for me, and because of all of you wonderful support that I've got this courage to continue doing what I've been doing. Future is not looking bright for East Bengal, goodness me. So all of them who just joined, just hop back a bit. I talked in depth about East Bengal and their problems, so you can watch that from the beginning. Talk about all the players that Mohun Bagan are signing. It's so relieving to see that they're making a squad. Itna अच्छा squad बना रहा है with such depth and such poise. दिल खुश हो जाता है भाई. And especially the fact that you have got a variety of players. Especially I've not talked about the other sign, the foreign signing, especially with Hugo Gomez, one of the best playmakers in India right now. One of the best. I loved, forgot that name, Mohun Bagan's playmaker in the I-League season, Bethia. He's much more faster than Bethia. If you've seen my Mohun Bagan thread that's on Twitter, my Twitter is linked in the description. You can just go out and find that. I linked why Mohun Bagan suffered in the counter-attack so much, because either of David Williams or Roy Krishna had to drop down deep, because no one was making those runs from midfield. We played a very compact form of football, what you usually associate with what halfbacks should do. But other than that, there was no support to the strikers. In that 3-5-2 system that we employed much, 2 strikers are mandatory because of the options coming from the wings. Big mix was Susi Raj and his outswinging crosses. So that was a huge miss in the start of. He got injured in the first match of the campaign. That hit us a lot. So Roy Krishna had to drop deep. David Williams had to drop deep. There was no proper number 10. Probably saw Charlie McHugh actually going on from the defensive positions and to gain that support. And then he had to come back where all the spaces was. Hyderabad, the goals we conceded was because of the space created by the defensive midfielder pushing up. You have to have that sort of versatile player. And with Johnny Kauko, who's a box-to-box, with Hugo Bomos, who can absolutely smash it as a number 10, this squad is looking like one of the main challenges in the I-League that is coming. Sabko treat milega. Don't know whether they will play in CFL or not, but if they do, academy players must get the chance. Absolutely they must get the chance. Other than that, going away from Mohun Bagan, you see Sarthak Gului joining Bengaluru from East Bengal, Harmanjot Khabra joining Kerala from Bengaluru, Vinci Barreto from Gokulam Kerala to Kerala Blasters, so that's a promotion from him. Isaac from Jamshedpur to Odisha FC, that's a very, very good signing, folks. Devjit Mojumdar from East Bengal to Chennai. Like Devjit Mojumdar, from what I've heard and what I've talked to him, he is an East Bengal, he's a Bengal out and out. And imagine the trouble for him seeing the club that he supports, and to professionally continue his career, he's to move all the way out to Chennai. Well, I don't know he'll be first choice or not, but Devjit Mojumdar, being a Bengali, he deserves to start. Deserves to start in any club. That he's a fantastic goalkeeper. No two ways about it. He's a fantastic goalkeeper. Absolutely, he's a fantastic goalkeeper. Lovely setup. Thank you. This is the old Euro setup. The Manchester United setup was. I thought that would be conflicting, so I reverted to the old setup. Retaining McHugh was absolutely vital. Like, I remember a few people who absolutely lauded me when I put Charlie McHugh in the line. I said his contract is over, he's gone. The inside news that I had that he was waiting for a new offer and finally he signed. So people who don't believe me, do start believing me. I have some few strings to pull here and there. With the haters comes the share of plaudits as well. I know what I'm doing. Come on. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. Hit the like button. 10 likes would be smashing because this is a small show. Other than that, you guys been fantastic. Going back to the transfer rumors, Isaac from Jamshedpur to Odisha, absolutely smashing. Devjit Kumar, Rohit Kumar from Kerala to Bengaluru. Deepak Tangdi have already talked about. Narayan Das, one of the top left backs in India. One of the, he gets his stick, I understand that. But if you say a wing back, I don't know why he is not starting in and out for the Indian team. He has had a dip of form, but Narayan Das is the most overseas fullback that is Indian. Truly. His crosses are absolutely OP. His positional sense has taken a bit of a toil, but he's so much fluent on the ball. He looks like a proper foreigner when he's on the ball. Absolutely, someone of a Moroccan or those skillful African countries. He's so good. I so much wanted him for Mohun Bagan, but he was an East Bengal player and now he's moved to Chennai. So Chennai are getting a fantastic player. Fantastic player, especially with Narayan Das. Literally with Ogbeche to Hyderabad. I'm not doing the international player or foreign recruits. I'll do that in another session. Akash Mishra as well. You think he is clear, but I understand Akash Mishra is a very talented up and coming footballer. But other than that, Narayan Das is very, very talented. I've seen him firsthand, folks. It's so amazing. 6 of you watching, hit the like button. Come on, some courtesy, man. Some courtesy. 5 votes. Give the vote session as well. So Narayan Das is very versatile. You can play left midfield, play left back, left central back. One of my, I did a podcast with Shovik Ghosh, whom I absolutely loved in that Mohun Bagan title winning challenge. he personally vouched that Narayan Das is a top player. Played formerly for the Delhi Dynamos, I guess, Narayan Das, but he's so good on the ball. I don't understand why he has his niggling injuries here and there, and being a Bengali, you know what we love most, biryani and something else I cannot name on the show. But he is a top player. Chennai are getting a very, very good player, and the setup that Chennai has also, I think they play with a back three, or they are going to play with a back three. I've not watched much of Chennai, but what the sources have told me that he is going into the first team. That's why they've been after him quite a while, and he goes straight into the first team. That's much how they like. It cannot work out for a certain player at a certain club, not because of his form, but because of the system, not the formation, the system that the clubs play in. But definitely, what else? What else do you want, man? It's a short show. I'll not drag too much. It's a short show. What else do you want me to talk about? Do tell me, because Indian football content is very less, to be honest. Indian football content is very, very less at this moment of time. Especially, it's not as much televised. There's just only one person in the entire world that covers Indian football transfer rumors. That is Mr. Marcus Melville Rao. If you want rumors, if you want news, that's the person you go to. Now, other than that, I mentioned Abhigda. He knows absolutely everything about Indian football. Absolutely everything. Other than that, official FIFA window must release club release their camp. Subsequently, friendly or competition clubs can refuse to release players if the match is being played outside the window. This is the concept of FIFA. So I'm reading through his post. If anything that I've missed out on. Igor, what's the interesting part is that Igor Stimac, Chennai need a big turnaround this time. They do, and they are recruiting heavily. If you've gone through Igor Stimac's Twitter quote, he says that it's been a pleasure having worked with Indian football since 2019. I'm more thrilled to have gotten this opportunity to continue working with these wonderful people for another year. Our job is far from done, but we are on the course to achieving our target. Like, seriously, dude? Seriously? COVID pandemic has dented our plans to great extent, but we won't get bogged down. Like, he doesn't say anything about the lack of strikers. Just have Sunil Chhetri bowling. And the man, there is, I've said this time and again, veteran player Tirthankar Sarkar switching to BSS Sporting. Tirthankar Sarkar was a lovely player from Mohun Bagan. I remember, like, he is such a good on the ball. So much vision on him and could not succeed. Was there in the title winning squad in the I-League, bit part player from Mohun Bagan as well. I have a relative who used to play for Mohun Bagan. I have a relative. So that flows in the blood for me. Direct relative who used to play for Mohun Bagan. If you know where that is coming from. So other than that, what I go into Igor Stimac's bit, Olympics I don't know. But his tactics are all around. Sometimes it's so painful to watch. Against, basically, if you remember that match against Oman, if I'm not mistaken, Qatar, if I'm not mistaken, he was played out of the park. People praised Indian defense for what? Conceding 40 odd shots on goal. That's a good defense. You're kidding me with that? You're bloody kidding me with that 40 odd shots, and you say that we defended well from a club that we used to whip in 2010s and 11s? Not at all. The only player that played well with a 10-man is the goalkeeper Gurpreet Singh Sandhu. Other than that, everybody, the whole system looked like, I'm sorry to say, bullshit. The whole system looked bullshit. Like, so many people are coming up with the understanding of tactics, with the understanding of knowledge. I don't see them being inculcated with Indian football, myself included. I've been at this for close to 7-8 months. I've got so much praise, like the Ukrainian thread that I posted up on Twitter, got so much reach, especially from Ukrainians. They're passionate about the sport, and we are passionate about the money. See the problem with what East Bengal is right now. They're passionate about money. One club official who's told that East Bengal is my life will not step down, will not budge from his morals. That's the only speaking term. That's the only speaking term in this country at the moment. There is next to no development. There is very less improvement in the scouting system. I've seen only Minerva do it properly. That's how it's done, folks. I've there witnessed it firsthand. Other than that, you guys will be shocked to hear this, that people whom I've met have forwarded my channel and that have contacted me. That a lot of, I won't name the organizations that will get me into trouble because they're big organizations, charge money from youngsters after selecting a trial, from poor kids, or else they won't be featuring in proper I League or ISL clubs. I won't name it. I won't name them. This is the reality. I can show you the texts that have been coming on my inbox saying, sir, please do something. My hands are tied. What, a 1.5k channel will bring about revolution? I'll be dead. The money market in this game is so enriched, I'll be dead in day 2. So obviously, I don't want that. Definitely, when I set out on this journey, I wanted to do something for Indian football. I wanted to change something. For that, I'm working hard. I have to be somewhere to do that, to expose these. Trust me, to expose these. And trust me, stellar names that I have been contacted with who have blessed me, they cannot do anything as well. It's that big of a scam that is going on at the moment. Even if money was the ultimate thing that is not being done in the system, absolutely, money not going into the game, but going into the pockets. Going into the pockets. Similar example, you see IPL. It was broken off due to pandemic. So after the World Cup, directly the IPL resumes. The players are not going to have any rest. Could have easily cancelled that. But money speaks, bro. Absolutely. I'm not trying to spark off controversy over here. But it is controversial, isn't it? It pains me to see that people, if you go through my Minerva videos that I have done, I'm not promoting anybody else, but the talent that we have, especially in Bengal and other parts of India, is so rich. And you know why they cannot reach them and why they're not financially stable? Only Minerva does that they give them education. I'm saying the name of Minerva because I've seen it firsthand, the amazing job that they do. I've seen it from inside, what they do. They give the players 10 years of education, medical, anything else, everything, even a small percentage of the sell-on fee that they have. No other academy does that. They instead charge money. 2 lakhs is the amount that I have recently heard that they have charged. From a young kid from Northeast, they have charged 2 lakhs. Trust me, these do not come out in the paper. You know why? Everything is involved. If you want development, first of all, you stop recruiting foreigner forwards. You stop that. Sunil Chhetri is playing for 10 plus years. His replacement is just Manveer Singh and the other guy who's not getting a chance. I've forgotten the name. It's not coming to my mouth at the moment. Do remind me in the comments. These 2 players. Other than that, would you take a 18-year-old Sunil Chhetri at 2021 than a Roy Krishna? You won't. Unless and until you stop bringing proper playmakers or forwards into the game. Mandatory you have to make. The defenders are good. Sandesh Jingan, absolutely stunning. Pandita, yes, Ishan Pandita is his name. Absolutely. Other than that, you see the model of Japan, a bloody country who was nothing in the world football scenario, made an anime and inspired a bloody generation, and look where they are at. Determination, discipline are the 2 keywords in this prospect. Other than that, you have nothing, my friends. You have nothing in this. Where would you want? You talk about all the transfers. I keep getting angry talking about this. The 4 foreigner rule, 3+1, what was there in I League. Why do you have to change that? 7, what will probably a 40-year-old Del Piero, one of my favorites, bring to the development of Indian football? You bring him as a consultant. You bring him to train, not to play. You improve the players. Do not improve the entertainment. That is what's been happening in Indian football for the last 7-8 years. There have been players that have come up. Like, look at the IPL, the cricket model. There have been players coming up. There have been players, a lot of players. I don't follow cricket. So I was doing discussion with my father, said that a lot of players have come up because of the IPL. Where is that in football? 7 foreigners, 2 defenders, just one goalkeeper in India. They will be good because they're playing. Other than that, where are your forwards? The only Indian forward I can name is that plays well is Sunil Chhetri. Manveer Singh plays as a winger, not a forward. He's not a forward. He's a smashing player, but he's not a number 9. He's a wide attacker. He's very good on the burst of space. But to play as a number 9, all of you European football followers will know how much difficult it is. You have to be quick, sharp, back quick on the turn. If you have eyes on the back of your head, you have to be a predator that Sunil is. I've not watched much of Ishan Pandita, but other than that, Japan announced that they will win the World Cup in 2050. That is the 50-year-old plan. It's long term. In India, plan. I'm gonna take a laugh, man, if I say the word plan. What the hell is planned in India? A 40-year-old Del Piero brings money, nothing else, fills up the pockets of many big shots, sitting and sipping coffee while the match goes on, brings nothing else. Absolutely. Spot on. Spot on with this. There are no two ways about this. But the recruitment in the recent years has been better. Look at Chennai's model. The player Mendoza, one of the best players we've seen in the ISL. Could not keep him. We could not keep him. We're happy with Eldar Postiga. He's a washed up striker from the Euros. From Europe. Rejoiced at that. Laughed at that. Whereas Hugo Bomo, he's a top class player. He's just now getting his name. He's been there in the ISL before. Just think about this. Next year our girls will host Asia Cup, but no Women's League this season. Women's League, I had got an offer to cover the Women's League in various districts, but the tournament got cancelled. And pandemic. Trust me, pandemic was the worst excuse that they could give. Worst excuse that they could give. And trust me, why will it not be cancelled? Where are the sponsors? Like, other than Bala Devi, whom of you know other 10 Indian players? Even I don't know. Trust me, I'm not a hypocrite. I don't know. Because it's not televised. It's not watched. You know Jackie Grogan, you know all the other, you know Martha. Because they are publicized. Other than that, what is even the reason? It's not televised. It's not telecast. Indian football is not telecasted only properly. Like bloody hell, I had to just find in the Asia Cup, in the World Cup qualifiers, and on the streaming OTT streaming platform, I had to find it. Like, how much more shameful can this get? The 3 cricket former videos, then somewhere out of the other, they had an extra slot, they filled in that. I had to find it. How much more shameful can it get when your bloody country is playing in a World Cup qualifier? It's still not out of the competition. Chuck it. It's playing a World Cup qualifier and you have to find it. Speaks volumes. Speaks volumes, doesn't it? The other transfers I will cover in the next episode on next Tuesday. I'll bring in all the important European, or not the European, all the important foreigner signings and how that affects the play style of the teams, how they would succeed, how they would concede possession, how the attacking and defensive transitions. I'll go all that as much as possible. Half an hour is the time. So I think we are almost at the end. If any question you have to ask me, you can. There's 2 minutes remaining. Also, if you want to support the stream, you can do so. The number is there on the Nightbot chat. I'll just end the poll and give you the results. So the results have been this. I asked if Hugo Bomos is the best transfer till date in this season. Yes, 66% of you, a third of you agreeing, almost a third of you agreeing on this, that he is, and definitely he's a quality player, definitely. Fantastic 30 minutes. The ranting was, whenever I talk about Indian football, ranting comes from inside. I cannot talk about tactics because I cannot find footage to dissect. Trust me, it's so difficult. Other than goals and assists, there is nothing. I cannot show the position of play. I cannot show the defensive and offensive transitions. I cannot show how a team lines up in their attacking perspectives like I did with Italy. So much that they have triangles. There is no passing triangles. Otherwise, I have to record a match which is not feasibly possible because the coverage is not else on GeoTV other than Hotstar or something like that. Very difficult. There are no illegal streams as well. There's so much. Like you can find Real Madrid versus Barcelona Legends match but you won't find an India World Cup qualifier match on the internet. Not even on the bloody dark web. Goodness gracious. Guys, thank you for joining in. Absolutely a pleasure to connect with you. Tomorrow, we'll be doing a segment in women's football, European part right now. So do join in, do pitch in, because I want to promote this as much as possible. Want to promote not feminism, but equality. There's the difference. I want to promote equality, and they deserve to get their name shared, because I'm doing football as a whole. Football is not just a sport entitled to men. It is entitled to everybody, even the LGBTQ community. I hope that someday I can be a part of a movement that allows LGBTQ community to participate in this sport. Absolutely will do my everything to do that. Do join in tomorrow. It's 10 p.m. Lead the last score. Probably Fowler was right when he said Indian footballers lack the professionalism and this level. Indian footballers do not lack the professionalism, Neil. They lack the resources, and not just, I mean, physical resources. Up here, definitely. Like you and me, we can discuss how deep lying playmakers and number 10s and the positional rotations. How many do that for Indian football? How many is it possible for Indian football? Is it? That is a question that we keep on asking ourselves and keep on protesting, keep on doing stuff over and over again, and that is a conundrum that will toil our lives in the foreseeable future. It's a wonderful 30 minutes. Thank you all for joining in. Lovely to have you as the audience as usual, all my favorite peeps. Do subscribe to the channel. That is the only request that I have. Do spread this channel. I'm trying to do something over here. Being a Bengali, there is no Bengali proper YouTuber, and don't consider Angry Ant-Man, please. I'm trying to do some educational stuff. I have respect for him and his content as a fellow content creator, but I'm trying to do something educational. Would appreciate all the support. Want to teach you everything that I know. Want to learn from everything that you know. Let's improve each other on the way. Absolutely smashing session, as Shan said. We'll be back with the ranting next week as well. Tomorrow, same place, same time with the women's football Wednesdays. New segment that I'm starting each day. It's been tiring, but I'll be bringing content for you till the season starts. Lovely session. We'll be seeing you tomorrow. And thank you guys. Do subscribe to the channel. If you want to donate, you can do so. I've removed the support the stream from that. But if you still want to contribute, I've still got to buy a few things other than here and there, and absolutely do so. Like no investment, I'll turn down. Absolutely. See a lot more of the sponsors coming through. 2 more announcements probably scheduled, so you'll see that in the coming time. So haters, keep pouring your hate on. You just motivate me. Like Cristiano Ronaldo dialogue to end the session. Absolutely. Haters, like whatever he has told. Your love makes me strong. Your hate makes me unstoppable. Thank you for joining in. Lovely odd session. This is your boy Neil for Netflix Football. See you tomorrow. Keep supporting, keep liking, keep sharing, and keep subscribing. Tada, good night. Ciao.